Costa Rica's rainforest is home to a rich variety of flora and fauna. Over 1/4 of the country's territory is protected as conservation area. The humid forest is an ideal climate for biodiversity.
I go to the rainforest to get away from it all, breathe fresh air, explore and find peace. What's special about the forest is this diversity that grows and fades together and is constantly creating new life.
Entrepreneur Leo Pröstler shuttles back and forth between Costa Rica and Germany. He's found a way to combine business and environmental protection. By the 1980s, over 3/4 of Costa Rica's rainforest had been cleared to make way for single-crop agriculture.
The pineapple has spread out like an octopus here and taken over the whole area. The pineapple plants have to be sprayed, and they leach the soil so it can't be used for anything else. The runoff trickles into the rivers and kills off the fish. But who foots the bill for that?
Leo Pröstler and his son Stefan have launched a reforestation project that protects biodiversity. The almond tree, for example, sustains rare species of macaws. In 2007, Stefan Pröstler settled in Costa Rica and now manages the project on site.
When I started out, I was only interested in planting new forests. Meanwhile, we've started working under the 3-pillar model of social, ecological and economic returns, of working towards a system of production that really is sustainable.
Funding from German investors is going towards planting mixed forests here. The first actual returns take 24 years to materialize when the trees are harvested. They've planted nearly 30 species of tree, many native and precious woods. Where the trees grow too thick, a few of them are felled ahead of time. The project doesn't just create revenue, but jobs as well. Once a week, Stefan Pröstler meets with his team at home to discuss new plans.
The hardest part of my job is actually the intercultural side. We come here from Germany and talk about how important it is to protect the rainforest and its biodiversity. While back in Germany, we cut down all the forests and replanted them centuries ago. And what we in Germany see as a treasure is quite often not valued as much here.
The local population is more accepting of the project when there's something in it for them. The small tree farms double as vegetable patches. In the shade, farmers grow ginger for export to Germany. Ginger benefits both the workers and the trees themselves.
The advantage of this agroforestry is that it results in a good, homogeneous soil profile, which helps the trees to grow better.
The goal is for the locals to eventually make a living from the project. People have returned to an abandoned finca or plantation. As well as tree farming, they make cheese and produce fertilizer from cow dung. René Aguirres has been involved in the forest project for 2 years now.
Firstly, because I like it. I like working with plants. I don't know much about it, but I learned on the job, and I'm interested in working with plants. I like it.
It takes decades for the little seedlings to grow into mighty trees. At present, the project employs about 100 workers. So far, investors in Germany have put a good 30 million euros into this very long-term project.
I'm not so worried about it being a long-term project. It all goes with a whole attitude to life. And I have my experience from my first year here. I was always so worried about the little seedlings. You could hardly see them in the tall grass. And today, they've grown into a real forest that gives you a lasting sense of fulfillment.
Stefan Pröstler has left his old life as an event technician far behind him. He started a family in Costa Rica and taught himself the complexities of reforestation.
One of the most important aspects of a project like this is taking responsibility for what you do. That's one difference to other projects that are directed by a hired manager. They know they'll be at it for 5 or at most 10 years, but not for 30 or 40 or 50 years. But to hand this responsibility down through generations is one of the strengths of this project. Everyone is there for everyone else, and they know they have to do it right.
Leo Pröstler is planning to move back to Germany, leaving the project in the long-term care of his son. By the time the first trees are harvested and the investors see their returns, Stefan Pröstler will be almost as old as his father is now.